Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today we are going to be doing a video on how to start or get into or start buying S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball figures. If you're new or just starting or you still haven't learned the ropes or how everything works, etc., etc. Because one of the biggest things I had to struggle with in the beginning was not knowing what to do, how to go about getting things. I remember I bought um, my very first S.H. Beers figure. At the time, it didn't look like they did any reissues or anything like that. I wasn't even aware of the fact that they could do reissues. So, I did kind of a small panic type thing and I bought a Beerus for like $200, the original one, right? I'm pretty sure the retail price of that was like 30 or 40, something like that. Um, but I ended up paying $200 for a Beerus. And after that, soon after that, they did announce an event exclusive Beerus, and it was just a slightly different painting, but he ended up being like $50 retail, plus tax plus shipping. And oh my god, I kicked myself so damn hard, and I was like, man, if I would have just somehow smacked myself and waited, I wouldn't have had to pay so much for that Beerus. But anyways, like I said, it's there as a reminder to never do that again. If I can always negotiate with deals when it comes to the more expensive ones, then that's what I'm gonna do. So, anyways, so like I said, this is gonna be tips, guide, helpful information to help you start or getting your collection along when it comes to SH Figure or Dragon Ball. And I'm gonna give you all the tips and things I've learned throughout the process in the 5 years over plus that I've started collecting. And even in that small amount of time, I was able to amass a decent collection already, which I'm very glad and happy and thankful for. Um, but yeah, like I said, I would say that the best way to start for sure, like always remember this tip, always go for the retail price figures first, right? Always go for retail price figures first. Um, Especially if you have like guys like this guy right here. This guy's one of the New York Vegeta figures, but he's a general release, right? He's a $35 figure. Like for $35, okay, if you don't like these faceplates on here, then it's not for you, right? But if you like these faceplates and you like this body, and like I said, you're just starting this figure here, jump on it. It's on pre-order on Amazon right now still. Um I'm pretty sure it's on Big Bad Toy Store, Hobby Genki is the other place I ordered, Toy Arena, things like that. Um but this guy is not going to last, and he will eventually be 50, 60, 80, maybe even 90, $100 eventually one day, right? So if you're going to want to get this figure for any reason, whether it's customization, maybe you want a couple bodies to just have, in case you want to put it on another head sculpt. Always have that in mind. If you're going to need a body for that reason, for sure, and you're going to use it, don't buy it if you don't know you're going to use a second body for that reason. But if you are, try to get everything you can when it comes to the $35 general releases, um, as soon as you can before they start to scale, right? I think at one point, Saiyan Rays on Earth, when I started collecting in the beginning, he was at $100. And I'm so glad I didn't buy that one. And I kind of waited, not so much purposely. I waited as a byproduct because I was getting other things I liked first. But then eventually they reissued him for $35, and I was like, hell yeah. $35 Saiyan Rays on Earth Goku. I ended up getting two. And especially that figure right now. That figure I think is getting reissued as well. So if you can find Saiyan Rays on Earth Goku, I recommend you get that one as well. Um, that figure has been reissued so much lately, but you still never know, right? You don't want to wait too long. Um, all the $35 general releases, retail price, get them because they will go up. But like I said, the hottest ones, I would say, in my opinion, definitely like Superhero Gohan. That guy's got a re-release, and he's already starting to go up on Amazon again. He's still retail on Big Bad Toy Store. So if you can, try to snatch him up from there. But like I said, $35 general release figures. They're also valuable because you can use their bodies for other head sculpts for customization. Let me give you an example, like the Vegeta God figure that comes with the red and the blue head sculpt. That's a very expensive figure. It's like 90, 100 plus shipping and all that stuff. A little over 100, right? Even today. That one comes with two head sculpts, but only comes with one body. So if you wanted to put one of those head sculpts on another Vegeta body, having one of the extra general releases, it doesn't hurt, right? So that's always a good thing. When it comes to guys like Frieza here, the more expensive ones, um, I got him. I wanted to pre-order him, but when it got closer and closer to the release date, I had already other figures I wanted to get, so I kind of missed out, and I ended up having to pay the extra. I think I paid an extra $15, which is not that bad. I don't mind paying an extra 15 to 20 to get it a little bit earlier, or even if I missed out in the beginning on the pre-order, I'm okay with that. That's not too bad. 30, 40, 50, that's a big difference, you know. That's a little more, and another extra 35, that's like another general release figure, right? So if you can find guys like this that are between that price range, 80 to $100, when it comes to these bigger bulkier figures, they come with a lot of accessories or event exclusives as well. Try to get them at retail price. Premium Bandai will always sell the event exclusive figures, like this one here. This one here is the event exclusive Jiren, right? Premium Bandai will always have, for the most part, the event exclusives on there, and they will always sell it to you for retail price. Retail is usually between $80 to $90, right? And then plus shipping and handling and taxes, right? Another, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 bucks. But that's the cheapest that you will get the event exclusive. Overall, they're still pretty expensive. But in the aftermarket, Mercari, eBay scalpers, it does get brutally vicious really quick. And you'll end up paying an extra 30 to 50, sometimes 60. It depends. It depends on how hot the item is and how much people want it. So when it comes to the event exclusives or figures that are expensive of that nature that are not event exclusive and they just ended up scaling over time, I would say try to get them at retail price. If they're already high, the one thing you do need to know about event exclusives and figures that have already been scalped really high is that they're not going to scalp any higher than that. Once they get to like 140, 150, anywhere between 140 to 180, they're going to stay at that price. So I would say when it comes to figures like that, you should wait, because they could easily get a reissue, and or, which is one of the things I like that they've been doing lately, and I notice it's not often, but they do it sometimes. They turn an event exclusive into a general release. They did that with the God Goku, I think, for the longest. The original version of the God Goku, I have never been able to get. That guy was $200 when I first started collecting. I just stayed away from that one. Luckily, that not soon after they announced the event exclusive God Goku with the translucent head sculpt. So I got that one. It was 50, 60 bucks. I was like, thank God I saved myself so much money because I ended up waiting, right? And I think when it comes to event exclusives, when it comes to event exclusives, once they've milked it enough, or they're done with that, and they're not getting any more profits, that's when I think they go to the general release, and that's when this guy comes in, right? This guy right here is the recently released God Goku figure. He's $35. Now imagine going from a figure that used to be, the original one was, the original one had different colors, lightly, some of you might like it, but he's $200. He might have gone down now, I think maybe 150, even possibly even 100, but at this time we already have a better option, right? We have this one, and then we even have the event exclusive, who's not that much at this point. The general price for that guy was about 50 to 60, and sometimes I've seen him for like 70 or 80. So that's not too bad if you wanted to get that particular version. When it comes to something like that, that's okay. You want to get it because he dropped. You know what I mean? He used to be like $100 as well. But your best bet would be this one here, especially if you like the solid head sculpts like most people do. I like the solid head sculpts first and foremost before I even try to get translucent types. So this guy right here is another one that definitely, if you liked him and you can still find him for general release price, $35, $40, jump on it. And if you feel like you like this body for customization, get that second one, because this guy's already going up on a couple places I noticed, but he is still on pre-order. I think on Big Bad he is still on pre-order. I saw him there. So try to get your retail prices. Biggest tip for all new collectors, starting collectors, get the retail prices out of the way if possible. Really high scalp prices you can wait, and then everything in between has been reduced. If you really want something that's really expensive and you got it like that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But just know that, they might do a reissue later down the line, or they might turn it into a general release like they did with they did that also with the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, right? They had an event exclusive with the aura and the it came with the aura, and I don't know if I don't remember if it came with the scythe or not. But then they did a general release version, which was the metallic version of the Rose, which was $35. That figure has been $35 forever. I cannot tell you how long that figure has been at $35. But he's starting to scale up. Same thing with him. You want him, get him, right? Don't hesitate too much. So when it comes to this Vegeta body here, I say that this one and the Awakened Blood are the hot ones right now. This Vegeta right here is the old armored Vegeta Super Saiyan. I have a blue head sculpt on it. When I first started collecting, this guy was $100 for me, but I ended up getting it one time because I really, really, really wanted the figure, and I didn't know if they were gonna do a reissue ever. Right? He had been like that for a long time already. So there is sometimes when a figure won't get a reissue necessarily in the same colors that he came out in, because his reissue came in the form of Super Saiyan Awakening, which was a different color to the armor, and it came instead with the matte hair. It came with the metallic hair head sculpt. Yes, the faceplates were updated, but I know a lot of us like the matte for Super Saiyan way more, or first and foremost before anything else, right? So he got a reissue in that sense, but it wasn't an exact duplicate. So for that reason, when it comes to circumstances like that, then yes, I would say go ahead and get that figure if it's within that $100 range. I ended up getting him, and I didn't regret it because they never reissued him. They never restocked this particular body with the Super Saiyan head sculpt. Obviously, I don't have it on him. It's this box right here. Hold on, I got the box right here. This box right here, right? This box right here. There's the head sculpt in there. They never reissued that, and they never restocked it, so you never got to see him again. So the only way you can get this guy right here, if you ever wanted these particular colors and that head sculpt, is to just try to get it online on eBay and Mercari. And surprisingly, he hasn't gone up any more than he already was. I think you could even find him for $50-$60 nowadays, which is good. So if you find him for 50 or 60, go ahead and get him. If you really love the body, you love the face plates and the hair, the matte hair of this style without the updated details. I know there's people that love all types, so that's what I would recommend for sure. Anyway, so this box here belongs to him. Right, so there you go. So yeah, this is the Goku I'm talking about. If you can get him, also get him, because he will scale up. He will go up to 50, 60, 80, $90, and this guy's a general release. Like I said, the game is pretty vicious. Collecting is, you got to stay on top of it. You got to stay on top of it. You got to do your research. You got to check all stores, because this is what they do. They compare it to each other and who's selling it for what. Everybody does that, and that's how scalpers end up raising their prices. So always try to do your homework on who's selling it for what. Mercari and eBay are safe places. I guarantee you, I've gotten so many figures from there, and I've only had out of the I don't know, I'm gonna say 30 to 50 figures about that I've gotten from those two combined collectively. And out of all those times, I've only had two issues with them, but both times I got my money back. So for anybody that's second guessing it, just give it a shot. They guarantee you your money back, but always read the description, always look for the reviews, and always look for them to have more than 50 cells. They're selling some good stuff, and make sure their images are not stock images, like images from the store, the item from the retailer. Make sure it's images that they're putting up that are from they have the item in their house, in their hands. They're sitting on the couch somewhere and they're taking pictures of it. Those are the type of pictures you want to look for when you try to get figures off Mercari and eBay. Always the safest bet. Most people do that, very few don't. So anyways, like I said, so yeah, when it comes to the event exclusive Vegito, I still haven't gotten him. Like this guy, I got him really fast because I really wanted him. I really wanted this Jiren. I only had one Jiren. It was from Black Hole Toys. So this is my first SH version of Jiren. So I kind of didn't mind paying the extra 15-20 bucks, right? This is a good example of it. I didn't mind, and it doesn't bother me. I really love him. I really love the Pearl Essence. But when it comes to like the event exclusive Vegito, I already have a Vegito, and I feel like that Vegito got such a minor update that even though I really want it, I can wait. I can wait on that, and there's no rush. Who knows? In another week or so, or a month or so, it might get a little cheaper, right? After everybody is done buying, everybody that can't wait, they need it now, it'll go down a little bit. You never know. But for the most part, I'm not gonna get him until I'm able to freely without having to buy all these other figures that I'm getting as well at the same time. But anyways, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Like I said, final recap real quick. Try to buy everything at retail. If it's highly scalped, like event exclusive item, expensive items, more often than not, they're already set in stone with their prices, so they're not going anywhere. The only other exception for that rule would be is if you're noticing that there's starting to be less and less on Mercari, like you only see 3 or 4 or 5 of the figures, then that's another good reason to get them immediately, because eventually that means that they will sell out, and they're starting to run out even online, and then you won't see any. Sometimes it comes to that where you don't see them anymore because they're gone. A good example is like let me see what would be a good example of that. Actually, I don't have a good example off the top of my head. I kind of got stuck right there, but but anyways, trust me on that. That's the only time you should make an exception for a high price figure, if you really want it, or if you see that there's not that many left online. Like I said, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, if you see like 15 or 20, you're good. You still got time. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope this video helped. I hope this works out in all you guys' favor. And like I said, go check out every vendors and always compare prices and always compare shipping. That's the best way to do it. Once you run out on vendors, eBay and Mercari is a good bet, but always compare even between them as well. If you guys got any questions, let me know in the comments. I will try to answer everybody's as quickly and as fast as I can. And any other questions of any kind, let me know. Let me know if this helped. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a subscribe and a like. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.